This is Alan Farley from FX Empire. Let's take a look at this week's top stocks, crypto, and ETFs. First up is Walmart, which reports earnings. Walmart topped out right around the 150 level in September 2020, failed a breakout attempt in November, failed another breakout attempt in August 2021, and failed another breakout attempt in November 2021. As you see, price action has been rising on these lows for a very long time, and that was bullish, creating the symmetrical triangle pattern. However, the stock has now broken that pattern and come down to this trend line right here, this horizontal trend line. Can you see this? The stocks come down to the 135 level once, twice, three, four, five, six. Now, this is the seventh time. That's extremely dangerous. We are oversold heading into earnings, but it better be a good earnings report or else we could get a breakdown that drops the stock all the way down here into the 1 teens. Next up is gold. Gold had a very good Friday. As you can see, gold actually rallied right through in this wide range bars, right through resistance right here of the symmetrical triangle that goes back, I'd say, 13 months. That's really good news. We have to see if it sustains it on Monday and really Sunday night, because if it does, we could get a thrust up to the 180 and 190 level, completing. Now you have to go all the way back for this one, completing this massive cup and handle pattern. Now, if the stock and the fund gets up here to the 185 to 190 level and can break through this barrier, we could be looking at $3,000 gold in 2022 or early 2023. Next up is AMD. Now, AMD's had a tough time. Let's go back on the close chart. AMD topped out right around 165 in November, took a leg down here, bounced, took another leg down here, came back up to this resistance at the 50-day moving average, and also this double top breakdown has reversed big time in this gigantic reversal bar. If you take a look back through 2020 and 2021, you're not going to find another bar that looks this bad on AMD going back. So this is probably the biggest sell-off we've had in at least 2 years. Now, this isn't good news, especially with this formation. As you can see, we've got a 1, 2, 3, and now 4. And it looks like we're starting a fifth wave. Now, fifth wave could take it down to the 70s, but I don't think that's likely. I think we're going to get support kicking in if we break down right here at the 786 retracement of the low 90s. Now, you better hope it stops there, and there's no guarantees, but it is a pretty high odds reversal point, so we'll be watching it closely. NVIDIA, cousin of AMD, is up on for earnings this week. And NVIDIA is also having a tough year. It topped out in November at the same time as AMD, and it's sort of following the same pattern. As you can see, here's a 1, here's a 2, here's a 3, here's a 4, and here's a reversal also at 5. So there's no guarantees that NVIDIA is going to be able to hold its own. Right now, however, it is testing its 200-day moving average as well, and it's also testing the psychological 200 level. So anywhere down in here, I think, in terms of testing, is not a panic level, but I think this 200 is definitely a panic level. If it breaks 200, we're probably going to come all the way down to the 150s. Finally, let's take a look at Shiba Inu. Now, Shiba Inu has had a bit of a tough time this year. Well, not since it's had a tough time since October. You had this massive rally here from, I'll just use the last digits, from 507 up to 88.65. That's a pretty big rally. And it's been pulling back since that time. As you can see, it paused at the 618, tested it and failed, came up to the 786 retracement here. Now we have I have this wave over here, which is wow, so that wave doesn't do anything, does it? Now, let me take that wave off. So, here we go, so that you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, here we have this rally that came back to the 786 retracement here. See how it broke this 786 retracement, which is right below the 2H8 moving average, and last week it popped back above the 786, which is a buy signal on the range of like a 2B reversal, which is like when a stock takes out a prior low and then rallies. So it's very, very similar. It's also consolidating now above the 50-day moving average. That's really good. However, we do have on this, is this the monthly or the weekly? This, the daily cycle is on a sell cycle. And if you take a look, the monthly is also on a sell cycle here. It's also kind of a new instrument, so you don't see it that well. However, the weekly cycle is on a buy cycle. So what this means in generally is that we're looking for a counter trend rally to go and make some gains before that monthly bar kick, that monthly cycle kicks into gear. In this case, I think if we get up right around to this level, right around to the maybe the 47 to 50 level, or the what do you call it, the 5,000 level, perhaps a little bit shy of that before this cycle fails, and then we start to roll over and test lower levels.